a wartime scenario. If Israel, we know, has their nuclear weapons, right? This is what they killed JFK for. If Iran were to acquire nuclear weapons, Iran, right here, right? What would happen is all these other countries would also want nuclear weapons. Iran is here. Saudi Arabia is here. Iran and Saudi Arabia are enemies, okay? So if Iran got the nuclear weapons, it would kick off a nuclear arms race in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia would need to get them. Egypt would need to get them. Yemen would never get them. But you guys get the point. And Israel can't have any of these powers having nuclear weapons. They're fighting tooth and nail to be the only country that has nuclear capability in the Middle East, because they know that if Iran gets nuclear capability, it will embolden its proxies to be more aggressive on Israel. I'm going to say that again. The real reason why Israel is absolutely terrified of Iran having a nuclear weapon is because if Iran were to get a nuclear weapon, it would embolden Iran's proxies, i.e. Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis. It would embolden them to take far more aggressive action towards Israel. We're talking they would start sending real bombs into Tel Aviv. Up until this point, all of Iran's retaliations towards Israel were measured and minuscule. Why? Because they did not want to create too much damage where the United States would be forced to intervene. So every response that Iran has given to Israel, like when they murdered Ismail Haniyeh or Yahya Sinwar, or did other things that embarrassed them, right? Or killed Hassan Nasrallah, all of these things that Israel did, the pager attack, it was incredibly embarrassing to Iran. So Iran did respond and send strikes into Israel, but they were calculated, minor, and created almost no casualties. But if Iran were to get nuclear weapons, Hezbollah can launch a real attack. Hamas can launch a real attack, because Israel would be scared to retaliate, because now they're fighting a counterpart that has nuclear weapons too. Okay? That's extremely important, guys. Basically, what would happen in the Middle East would be what we have going on right now with Russia. There would be something called mutually assured destruction, which is the concept where if you launch a nuke, I'm going to launch a nuke, and we're all going to die. And interestingly and ironically enough, this actually creates world peace most of the time. So what we effectively have with Russia would also happen in the Middle East, and Israel does not want that. Israel does not want Iran to be its Russia from our perspective. They don't want another world power in the same region as them that has nuclear capability.